set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway. Powering his way forward. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The tight end in motion right. They'll start off with a give to Lewis. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They try again with Lewis. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now it's Burrow. Complete. This is Lewis. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 24-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Now 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's got Njoku over the middle. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams marching right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
We're scoreless after 1. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. On the draw, this is Lewis. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the KC crowd can make it very tough. Now Burrow. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Well, it wasn't a big strike,
But that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Touchdown, Packers! Rob Gronkowski there to make the grab. And the Packers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Point after, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's all capped off by a Rob Gronkowski touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A play fake. Now McNabb rolling to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
To throw on second, McNabb steps away. Man open, here is Jones. Down the left sideline. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Julio Jones, 67 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Check 15, check 15. Hampton Street, Hampton Street. 70, Timberwolf. Trap 60.
Now McNabb. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
This taken in right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Joe Burrow and the rest of the offense heading back out there. He connected on all 5 of his throws on that opening drive and finished it with a touchdown pass as they begin here 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. There's Chris Olave. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The clock rolls as the Packers look to hurry things up. Now Burrow. He's got Lewis. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down now, but that clock rolling. Burrow looking to pass. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Again, it's Tomlinson. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold block.
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Donovan McNabb as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs would extend their lead here just before halftime. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for two. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone. And it's now a two-score game as the lead moves to 9. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A happy sight for a lot of these fans. We're jumping right over halftime and getting back into the action. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. The drive starts with a completion left side, and he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now it's McNabb. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a two-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Back to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. Touchdown! Julio Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just... couldn't keep churning those extra few inches, and the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Olave motioning to the left. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
This is the tight end, Njoku. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 36 yards on the play.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
First down, here's Burrow. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Burrow will throw. His throw incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On 1st and 10, McNabb. Gates has it over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A little short pass. This is Everett. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. They'll look to throw again. And that's complete to Gates. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
I know you're thinking it, but I'll just go ahead and say it. To give you an idea of how sharp he's been in this game, just his 2nd incompletion, and we're in the 4th quarter.
He has been locked in, laser-focused all throughout this one, hasn't he?
Certainly has, and he's gotten some help from his receivers as well. They also are locked in.
Yeah, the drops have been at a bare minimum. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. He'll look to throw. A little short pass. This is Everett. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. To throw, McNabb. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. And that's the one that should seal the victory. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Ken Houston. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 15. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
That has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Here's Burrow. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Out to his left. Going deep here for Adelman. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was,